Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are doing well. I have a few college basketball previews for you guys. I pretty much picked a bunch of the ranked matchups and kind of the ones that are very close calls, I think, that are like relatively coin flip games and ones that I thought needed to be covered. So, yeah, I picked out 6 matchups that I think are worth talking about. So yeah, I'm going to get right into it. Before I do, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. That would be so cool, man. Support the channel. And yeah, let's get right into it. First game, we have the Houston Cougars versus the Wichita State Shockers. Houston 17-2, 14-5 against the spread. Wichita State 12-4, 6-7-1 against the spread. Houston opening up the night as minus 8-point favorites, with the over-under sitting at 137. Houston 8-1 against the spread in their last 9, 10-1 straight up in their last 11 games. They're 6-0 in their last 6 meetings with Wichita State. These two teams did meet on January 6th, and Houston won 70-63, being 11.5-point favorites, so they did not cover the spread in their last meeting. Wichita State 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 games. They're 6-1 in their last 7. They just haven't been able to cover the spread much. You know, these last two teams did meet, and Houston did fail to cover, and they won by 7. But it's hard to really bet against Houston here, minus 8. You know, if you think they only win by 7 or 6, or maybe it's closer, go ahead and buy a couple points. You know, it doesn't hurt to buy a point or two, or even 3 of the max. I mean, it just doesn't hurt if you want to be safe with your money. But I like Houston straight up minus 8. They're just playing way too well as of late, and one of the dominant teams in the NCAAB. I like for them to cover the 8 points right there. That's going to be my pick. Next matchup, we have the Iowa Hawkeyes versus the Wisconsin Badgers. Iowa 15-6, 12-9 against the spread. Wisconsin 15-7, 11-11 against the spread. Iowa opening up as 1.5-point favorites, with the over-under sitting at 146. Iowa 2-5 against the spread in their last 7. 14-6 in their last 20. They have struggled against Wisconsin, 3-8 in their last 11 games against Wisconsin. Yeah, that doesn't really sit well from a bettor's perspective. Wisconsin 12-6 in their last 18 games. 17-3 in their last 20 games at home. You know, Wisconsin coming off a heartbreaking loss against Michigan, a game they were winning all game till the late second half. It's tough here. It's a kind of a coin flip kind of a game, but I like Iowa. I think they got the better team. Luka Garza, MVP kind of player. I think they cover the 1.5-point spread in this very close matchup. That's going to be my pick there. Next matchup, we have the Ohio State Buckeyes versus the Penn State Nittany Lions. Ohio State 17-4, Penn State 7-10, 9-8 against the spread. Ohio State 13-7, 1 against the spread. Current spread right now is Ohio State minus 5.5, with the over/under sitting at 146. Ohio State 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games. 6-0. They're on a 6-0 win streak right now. But man, they're 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 against Penn State. That is kind of shocking to me. These two teams did play on the 27th of January, and they beat Penn State by only 4 points. You know, coming off a nice Indy win where they dominated, a good Maryland win, coming off an Iowa win. I mean, they've been winning. They've been winning close games too. But Penn State 4-2 against the spread in their last 6, 4-9 in their last 13. You know, just based off the number, they only won by 4 last time. But Ohio State is just such a better team. It's getting closer to tournament time. I like Ohio State minus 5.5 here. I think they cover it. I think they cover it. Minus 5.5. I mean, they're just the better team. They gotta cover. They really do. Next matchup, we have Rutgers versus the Michigan Wolverines. Rutgers 12-7, 9-1 against the spread. Michigan 14-1, 12-3 against the spread. Michigan opening up as 10-point favorites with the over-under sitting at 136.5. Rutgers 4-2 against the spread in their last 6 games. 5-1 in their last 6. You know, this Rutgers team, they're on a nice little streak. No one's really talking about them, but they've been winning games as underdogs. So Michigan 8-1 against the spread in their last 9, 14-1 in their last 15. Coming off a nice Northwestern win, in which they haven't played in quite a while. I'm sorry, they did not play Northwestern. Coming off a nice Wisconsin win after not playing for over 20 plus days. People thought they'd be rusty against Wisconsin, and they kind of were to start the first half, but they came back and, ended up beating Wisconsin by almost double digits. So I like Michigan minus 10 here. I think they keep things rolling against this Rutgers team that's been playing pretty well. But Michigan is just a far better team, and I think they hold them up defensively, and I think they cover the spread there. Next matchup, we have Colorado versus Oregon. Colorado 16-6, 13-9 against the spread. Oregon 12-4, 8-8 against the spread. Oregon opening up as 3.5-point favorites with the over-under sitting at 140.5. Colorado 2-4 against the spread in their last 6 games. 9-3 straight up in their last 12. Oregon, on the other hand, 16-4 in their last 20 games. 5-0 against the spread against Colorado at home. So they've definitely been covering the spread against Colorado. I feel like the public's going to be, they're definitely favoring Oregon minus 3.5, but Colorado's the better team here. At plus 3.5, I think this is just a steal. Plus 3.5. The line's going to fluctuate all day. But if you can get them at 3.5, man, I like them there. And I'm going to probably include them in my teaser as well. I just think this is a great value in a game that I think they could easily win straight up. Plus 3.5 is my pick for Colorado. I just love that matchup. Last matchup, I have St. Mary's versus Gonzaga, the number 1 team in the country. St. Mary's 11-6, 9-8 against the spread. Gonzaga 20-0, 9-2 against the spread. Gonzaga opening up as 21-point favorites with the over-under sitting at 142.5. St. Mary's 11-5 in their last 16. Just 5-15 against the spread in their last 20 meetings against Gonzaga. Gonzaga is usually good every year, so it's kind of hard for them to cover. Gonzaga 10-0 in their last 10 games, 10-0 in their last 10 games at home. I mean, they're undefeated. So all these numbers are going to be really good. 21 points is a lot. And these two teams did play. Let's see. They played on January 16th. And Gonzaga won 73-59. They didn't cover their 16-point spread there. Almost every game they've been about 20-point favorites, and sometimes they haven't covered. A lot of times they double that. It's very, very hard to tell. I think I'm gonna take Gonzaga minus 21. I know they didn't cover last time against St. Mary's, but it's hard to really bet against Gonzaga. And if you want to buy some points, get them at 20, 19, or 18. Go ahead. Or include them in a 14 teaser. We get them minus 9 to kind of guarantee the win. They're going to win by 13 or more. I think that's a fact. So if you're not feeling too sure about that, go ahead and do that. But those are my picks for these games that I felt were kind of important. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And go ahead and like and subscribe. Support the channel. That'd be really cool. Go ahead and check out my teaser for Thursday as well. Teasers have been hot lately, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next set of matchups.